Hey guys, it's Abby here, and basically what you saw was a day in the life of me going to school, specifically on Wednesdays where I have two classes. And I've been getting a lot of questions about this setup that I'm doing, like what am I doing here? What am I taking up in school? And I haven't really be, been honest with you guys because I don't really wanna like elaborate more on it because it's a personal choice that I've made. But to give you an idea, I'm taking up 3 classes. I initially signed up for 4, but there was just something I just felt really bad about the other subject, so I dropped it and I asked for a refund, which the school gladly gave me. So I'm taking up 3 courses. I'm taking up 2 design courses, which is typography and editorial design, and I'm also taking up plein air painting, which is more art related, art based, and that one requires us to go on location every week, so that's why I have clips of me in, I think that was in Stuyvesant Park. So yeah, I go to school every Monday and Wednesday, and other days I do shop work, I do errands, I meet up with friends, I take time to create content. And the reason why I decided to go to school was last year I went to New York. I went here and I took a campus tour in SBA, and it was really amazing. Like, they have so many cool things and they have a library, and I really was interested with the idea of taking up these classes, especially editorial design, because I really love magazines, and it's still my dream to publish, maybe self-publish a magazine, maybe 2-3 years from now, hopefully when the right time comes. And I really wanted to get feedback from people who are really good at design, like professional designers, and I think New York is a perfect place for that. And in terms of homework, there are quite a lot. I do spend my weekends working on it. I do keep an open eye going around museums, libraries, walking around and really thinking of ideas to do, which is nice because I don't really get to do that when I work because I have a deadline, I have things to accomplish, and here it's mostly you can submit works in progress and have people comment on it and see what they think about it and get inputs that you could possibly add for future reference. And I think that is really helpful, especially for me, because I've been self-taught in terms of art and design. I have a certain level of knowledge with design, but I think it makes a big difference when someone really calls out what you can possibly still do, what you need to work on, and things that you could possibly like alter. I think that's the best thing about design, actually. It's like you tweak as you go. Art is really, I realize that I like art, but being instructed to do art is hard for me because I feel super insecure with all my classmates. Like, I know it's not like it's a graded thing, but it's not graded, but I think the fact that I am a professional artist and author makes me more insecure because I should be doing good, but I'm not, especially in plein air painting, because I'm bad with watercolor that's not lettering. I have my own watercolor style, and I illustrate a certain way, and when I showed it to my professor, he was like, this is not how we're doing it in class. So I was kind of, okay, I will take it and I will learn new things from it. But I think I'm kind of glad I didn't go to art school when I was in college, because I can't really tolerate seeing my peers working beside me, and like seeing them like makes me feel like shit, and it's so sad. I mean, sometimes I think, I've been doing this for more than 4 years, and I've been a full-time artist and author for 3 years and counting, and sometimes you think that was it all like put to waste because you're not trained enough, or this is not how professionals do it, and I don't want to feel that way. Actually, the reason why I dropped my other class was because the professor made me feel like that way, and she even bashed me shamed me for the type of watercolors that I'm using. But I asked her if I could use that brand, and she said it's possible, and I'm like, okay, but why are you trying to feed me on this? And I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like, I initially expected, honestly, I expected more from studying here, and I thought it would take up maybe 70% of my schedule, but apparently more of my time now is being spent documenting and recalibrating my creative process and dealing with quarter life crisis and basically being accountable to myself. So I like to think school is maybe like 30-40% of my week. Also because I do a lot of work that is kind of related to school, so I try to combine them together, especially with editorial design, because we're always tasked to do mood boards, put stories, and then present them in class every week, which I find very pressuring. But I think it's a great way to hone my skills and be able to submit something and present it. And I'm always like very shy when it comes to like showing my work because I never get any feedback from it. Like, my only feedback is posting on Instagram, and that's not, I think it's qualified, but it's not, it's not the kind of validation that I'm looking for sometimes. Also, by the way, if the camera is like kind of moving, it's because I'm using a makeshift tripod mount with my cartons and stuff. So, lastly, I thought about sharing my thoughts about school so far because I've also gotten a lot of questions about whether or not this is like, people want to do this. And okay, so for me, I really wanted to do this because it was my excuse to get out of the country and be with myself for maybe 4 months. And I'm at a time right now where I really don't know what to do with my career, so I want to change things up a bit and get immersed and get inspiration from a new city. That's why I'm here. But if you just want to, because a lot of people have been asking me like, oh, you must be living the life there, like how is it, blah blah, studying abroad, blah. It's not easy. It's not easy living independently. It's not easy. I don't work a lot here, but I still have like some stream of income somewhere because I write books, right? But it's not easy to adjust. It's more of how willing you are to do it and be adaptable to change. I mean, I travel a lot, but living here was a different story. It's a different story. It's a different thing because you have to get by day to day. Make sure you have food every day. Make sure you finish something every day, or make sure you don't, slack off because you're in another country. Or, I've been having the hardest time adjusting to the weather. So I have like a heater all the time. That's how I didn't know I was that cold, because usually I'm not. And also planning the budget is also necessary because I really allotted a certain amount of money to study and to manage all my expenses here. But if you're just starting out with work or you just graduated and you want to do this, I think if your parents will give you money, that's fine. But if you want to use your own expense, you might as well be able to set aside a feasible amount of money just so you don't feel guilty staying here, because sometimes it's like, oh, you're here, but then you don't have enough savings, and then you feel bad about it, and then you suffer. So it's really it depends. It's really subjective. Like, I think if you really want to do it, you should try it out. I like it. Can't say I love it. I like it. It's a good adjustment phase for me. So I hope you find it useful. And I hope this video shows you a bit of what school looks like. I can't really document the whole thing because people might judge me, and I don't know. Maybe I'll film more of homework stuff when I have something nice to present. I mean, now it's like, not sure if I like it, but it's getting somewhere. So yeah, hope to talk more about it soon. And if you have any questions, I will try to answer them on the comments below. And by the way, I know this isn't a big number, but I reached 7,000 subscribers this past weekend, and I want to thank you guys. I really like making videos. I don't know why, it's just for fun, but hopefully I get to make something out of this, or if it makes you feel like inspired, let me know what type of content you still want to see from me. I will try my best to produce them for you. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye!